Welcome to SEC Unfiltered. My name is Lucas Hill, and I am extremely excited to get started with the best SEC entity on the internet. And today we're going to talk about the Auburn Tigers and Hugh Freeze. Because Hugh Freeze said the most outlandish stuff I have ever heard so far from this offseason. He was talking to reporters earlier in the week. He mentions about the quarterback room. They ask him, are you going to pursue a quarterback in the transfer portal? He said no. He said he really likes the quarterback room. He likes what they bring to the table. He says people DM him on Twitter and said, oh, this is the guy we need. He says, no, I like the quarterback room. Maybe you should listen to the random people on X. Maybe you should, because they speak the truth. How are you not going to go for a quarterback out of the portal? Because that makes no sense to me. I don't understand why Hugh Freeze is so hell-bent on keeping a guy like Payton Thorne or Hank Brown. Because he said it was an open competition last month. 2 weeks before that, he said Payton Thorne is our guy. And then after the Music City Bowl, he says, oh, open competition. So it didn't really make sense to me, but after you look at the Music City Bowl, you can see why. And especially the entire season as a whole, because it was a disaster. Everybody looked at Payton Thorne at the beginning of the year and they said, this is a guy that's going to be an efficient quarterback because you saw what he did at Michigan State. You saw what he did in the Mark D'Antonio offense and how it responded and what success that Michigan State had, especially during the 21 season. But that was the same year they had Kenneth Walker. And without a decent offensive line, it doesn't help that Payton Thorne's running for his life most of the time, and he becomes more of that option quarterback. Which comes to this. You would rather have a guy that struggles to stay in the pocket, can't put together an efficient drive. You're telling me that during a 4-game stretch in which you played Texas A&M, LSU, Georgia, and Ole Miss, and I'm including LSU in there because their defense was absolutely god-awful. Now, Georgia's, Ole Miss's, and Texas A&M's were at least much better. Your quarterback had a 56% completion percentage, 82 yards passing. You got sacked on an average of 3 times a game, and except for a few big runs, didn't do a lot of damage with his legs. So now Robbie Ashford's entered the portal, by the way. We don't have to worry about him coming back because Ashford would have been a better choice than Payton Thorne. And even then, Ashford had his struggles. So it's going to be between Hank Brown and Payton Thorne. Hank Brown would be a better option because I saw in the second half of the Music City Bowl him put together a great drive, 7 of 8, 130-plus yards and a touchdown. But even then, I don't know about him. I don't know because of how young he is, because he doesn't have a whole lot of experience other than practice and garbage time. Why not take a chance, go to the portal, and get an efficient backup like what LSU did? They went out and got A.J. Swan from Vanderbilt. I don't think he'll play a whole lot, but you know what? If Garrett Nussmeier starts struggling or he gets hurt, there you go. You got a guy that's capable of getting the job done. So why not give a shot to guys like Drew Pine, who at the moment has one FBS offer, and that's Ohio. 2 seasons ago, he took over at Notre Dame, took over for Tyler Buckner, who went down with a shoulder injury. He's an efficient game manager, had over 2,000 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions. He's a guy that you can guarantee will get the job done, has the right weapons around him, and this is a team that if you can really start getting a decent quarterback around you to under center, because you have the right pieces, especially on the outside with Cam Coleman coming in. You have an efficient receiver to pair and be the next great receiver from Auburn. That's guaranteed in the bag. But if you don't get an efficient quarterback with that, you're screwed. Why not take a shot on Jeff Sims? Heck with it. Why not? We went for Payton Thorne last year. Maybe he'll be a more efficient quarterback. The only problem with Sims is that he did go 1 touchdown to 6 interception ratio in, I think, 5 games that he played. And he tends to scramble out of the pocket. He's a better option quarterback, though. He can at least be a decent backup for Payton Thorne. But the biggest guy they're not going for is Jordan McLeod. Why are you not going for him? That doesn't make any sense to me because arguably, I thought this was arguably, if not, the most dynamic quarterback still left in the portal. 35 touchdowns to just 10 interceptions. Threw for over 3,000 yards. Had moments where he could be an option-type quarterback as well. Ran for 296 when he wasn't running for his life most of the time. And he doesn't get sacked. He took college football by storm last year whenever James Madison got off to that hot start. Pat McAfee went crazy. You know what I mean? So why not take a guy like him? Go give him a shot. Why not? And for Hugh Freeze to say that he likes his quarterback room, you are lying. You are delusional if you think that. Because how can the average fan tell you you need to go for a portal quarterback, get a guy that's a capable backup for Payton Thorne, and you're just going to say no? You're crazy. You're insane for thinking that. Because what Hugh Freeze just said was that you're making a big mistake. You're not making a good choice. If Auburn goes 7-5 next year, and it's going to be an ugly 7-5 if they do, they may even finish 6-6, honestly. Don't be surprised. Because Hugh Freeze is so stubborn because he doesn't want to make a quarterback change right now. Because he wants to keep the locker room. But little does he know, the locker room is being crumbled apart because they don't have trust in their quarterback. We'll see what happens the rest of the next couple months. National Signing Day will be coming in about 6 days, so we'll see what comes with Auburn's quarterback situation, but I'm still disappointed because they're not taking a chance on a portal quarterback. Thank you guys for watching. This has been another great one on SEC Unfiltered. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm Lucas Hill at Lucas_Hill23. You can also follow SEC Unfiltered on Instagram, X, TikTok, and wherever you get your social medias. Until next time, I'm Lucas Hill saying so long. And guys, have a blessed day. Little quote of the day for you. It's never over until it's over. Keep pushing on.